Okay, first, let's just get into the hair. I got my retie 6 days ago, so this is the hairstyle that I did for today. And looking at my previous video, you can see the difference in my hair. Literally, when I get a retie, my roots are maintained, so you can see the length. And I've been stretching my hair at night just a little bit, so that's why it's not like shrunken up. And I think my hair is finally starting to look like locks, I guess, closer. But it still looks like a cute little wash and go, but I don't mind it. But we're just going to get right into it. Today, we are going to be talking about lock combs. I have some more over here. So there are many benefits of combing your micro locks or sister locks. So first thing first, if you have traditional locks or small traditional locks, I really wouldn't suggest this route. It's probably not going to be as good as combing micro sister locks, just because like the combs, the teeth are kind of close together and you don't want to damage your traditional locks. But it's better for tinier locks like this, and it does not hurt. I've been combing my micro locks since around, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months in. I'm a year in this month, so I just hit my 1 year mark. So I'm like a year and maybe 2 weeks. And this is how it goes through. I have different ones, so I'm going to talk about the different ones. But first things first, we're going to talk about the benefits. So one of the main benefits of combing micro or sister locks is going to be scalp stimulation. And with scalp stimulation, it encourages hair growth. So that's one of the good things, because also one of these right here, it is a lock comb, but it also can be used as a scalp massager. So out of all of these, this one is more as a scalp massager. So if you want, you can also wash your hair with your shampoo and go in like this, but it feels really good on your scalp. So you can go like this, or you literally, since it has this pole right here, you can just comb it through like this. But my locks are thoroughly separated because I've been combing my locks every day since I got my retie. Usually I would comb them like whenever I feel like my hair needs to be combed, or I'm just waking up and looking at it, I'm like, okay, my hair needs to be combed. But yes, first benefit of combing micro and sister locks is going to be scalp stimulation and growth. So that's really good. You always want to make sure that you're massaging your scalp with the palms of your fingers, or something like a comb, because it stimulates growth, and that's really good. My hair has grown a lot within this last year. My hair was so short, I was not even able to do space buns. This is probably the first time that I have been able to do space buns, because my hair was about ear length. It's like right here. So look how much it's grown. Probably like this much. That's a lot. So it's grown about that much, and now I'm able to literally fold my hair over into space buns, and it's cute. Now the second thing I feel like is really good for combing micro locks is separating new growth. So with locks being tiny, depending on how small you have them, but when they're as small as mine are like this, separating your new growth is really important. It keeps them from matting or marrying together, whatever you want to call it. It keeps your parts and everything separated, and it makes it really easy for maintenance. So looking at the state of my hair, or even with just locks in general in the beginning stage, they are going to be a little bit resembling loose natural hair, and it's pretty much close to your natural hair texture. So they have the tendency to shrink, twirl upon each other, like mat together, and you don't want them to stick. So I make sure that I can run my fingers through my hair, and until my locks fully mature, they're going to be like that. They're starting to change. They've changed a lot, but make sure that you keep your locks separated. So combing them keeps them separated. You don't want your locks sticking together. And this one is one of my favorite just because of how this is. But yes, separating your hair, making sure that they don't mat together, it makes it really, really easy, especially if you are braiding and banding your hair in the beginning stages. I still braid and band my hair. I just hit a year and I'm still braiding and banding my hair. But braid and band your hair before you start braiding and banding your hair. If you go ahead and use your lock comb to separate them, it's going to make it a lot easier to do the braid and band process. I hate braiding and banding, but these lock combs help make the process a lot less dreadful. So for the third thing, I feel like a good benefit is it keeps your locks laying flatter, especially in the very, very beginning stages. Your locks are going to shrink. They're going to be resembling kind of like an afro texture, and they're not going to lay down. In the beginning stages, your locks are nowhere near being dropped. They don't have any weight. So as you can see, my locks are starting to move because they have some weight and they're starting to drop, but they're not completely dropped. But when your locks are like really, if they are short too, but even if you have long starter locks in general, they're not going to have that weight. So they're just kind of going to be curled and crinkled and flopped and like sticking up in the air. These lock combs, this one is kind of like a lock bush, but these lock combs, they will help your hair to lay down. They'll help them to lay flat. It'll also help with like the puffiness that you may have, and it just makes them look a little more, I don't know, it just makes them look better, because we already know like the starter lock process is not easy, and they can have the tendency to look a little crazy. So I've been getting through with making my locks lay down, especially when you take off your bonnet in the morning, or if you have a scarf and you have your hair tied up. You already know when you take your locks loose, they're going to be looking crazy, like bonnet hair, scarf hair, whatever it is, morning hair. You have to manipulate those starter locks so that they won't be all like crinkled and looking crazy. So comb them. Maybe I don't know, some people mist their hair. I haven't really misted my hair at all. I only use like this spray mist that my loctician gave me, but I don't put any like rose water or water spritz in my hair. I used to with my other two previous sets of locks, but I haven't really done that with this. But do whatever you want. Spray them, don't spray them, just moisturize them with oil and make sure that you comb so that they can lay down. Okay, so number 4 is going to be a big one. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, I need to get a lock comb now. Number 4, a great benefit of combing your locks is it stops a lot of lint from getting trapped inside of your hair. So lint, it comes from your clothes, it comes from your jacket, it can come from your pillow. If you put on your clothes in the morning before you, after you take off your bonnet, whatever, you can literally just be laying down. I also seen that someone said if you put a bonnet over your car head thing, it keeps cotton and lint from your hair. Also, you can just be walking around outside and your locks just can become a lock magnet. But one of the reasons is you get lint from dry hair and wet hair. So when you're washing your hair, you want to make sure you're using like microfiber towels and towels that won't attract a lot of lint. Make sure you dry your hair thoroughly and then put on like your satin protection. But it can come from dry locks, like just brushing against clothes and stuff like that. But before, lint has time to embed into your hair. So lint is loose at first. When it gets trapped in your hair, it is still loose. It takes time for it to start embedding into your hair. It has to like twirl and intertwine, and then it gets trapped and locked into your strand. So one way to prevent that from happening is your lock combs. Get your lock combs. Combing throughout your locks, it will release any cotton balls, any fuzz, any lint, anything that you may have like trapped throughout your hair. You can comb it before it starts embedding deep inside of your locks, because it, like I was saying, it has to lock inside. If you ever seen lock lint, it's always trapped and you have to like, don't pick it. But I've seen people have to pick it out and it causes weak spots in your locks. And comb your locks, it will or brush them. I feel like for traditionals or like small traditionals, I've seen people brush them and that helps. But I would suggest for like smaller locks, don't use a brush because that may be a little too harsh. Use your lock combs. Where's my other one? Use your lock combs and it will keep the lint from embedding into your hair. So just imagine if I had some lint in my locks right now, any loose lint would just come off of the brush or the comb and I would keep it from getting trapped inside of my hair. So that's a good benefit. I know a lot of people are always asking like, how can they keep lint from getting embedded into their hair? Brush it and comb it. And number 5 would be, it makes styling a lot easier. So if you're doing buns, ponytails, curls, whatever type of style, like a braid out or a twist out, when you comb your locks, it just makes everything a lot easier for the styling process. And it just helps your hair stay separated. So comb them if you're trying to do like any styles. That's a good thing. Like I haven't had any con to combing my locks. I know a lot of people are saying like, what is the point of combing locks? Well, here is the benefits of combing locks. So it helps a lot, especially on those retie days. But you want to keep your locks separated. You do not want your locks to start sticking together. I know some people with smaller locks, they're talking about how their reties may hurt. Your reties may hurt because your roots are sticking together and you have to like separate the hair and it may pop. But if you are staying on top of your reties, you're not letting your hair grow out so much at the roots, keeping your reties done as well as combing your locks, then it won't be painful. I know there's other reasons why your Microloc reties can be painful, but I'll probably go talk about that in another video. But yes, make sure your styles are a lot easier. See how my hair just glides right through, and it's never hurt my hair. My hair texture has changed as far as like as my locks have been locking, but it hasn't hurt. Especially like if you have loose ends like I do, if you have like curly ends, combing your Microlocs is going to keep those locks separated. So you can kind of see most of this, all of this is retie, like the interlocking process. And I think right here is probably like where all of the curls, let's see. Yeah, that was probably maybe here. Right now my hair is about 50% So all of this is the original that I started with the 2-strand twist, and this is all the interlocking. So this is almost all of the growth that I've had in a year. When I tell you my hair was literally up to my ears, it was literally up to my ears. But yes, styling, it will become a lot easier when you start combing your locks. It just keeps everything smooth. It keeps your hair separated. It keeps you having like clean parts. So it's just like with the loose natural hair, you have to detangle your hair. You can't just get away with loose natural hair and not detangle it. So when you choose Microlocs or Sisterlocks, you have to maintain them. I know a lot of people don't comb them, but also it really just depends on the hair texture too, because I feel like maybe with looser hair textures or like people with bigger curls, that's not like really kinky curly or like kinky or coily, then it won't be the same. But if you have type 4 hair, I feel like it will severely benefit you. Like you already know how our coils and curls interact. Okay, so those are the 5 benefits that pretty much I see with combing micro and sister locks, but I'm going to answer a few questions because I know someone will ask. The first question would be, do you really have to comb your locks? No, you do not really have to comb your locks. If you don't comb your locks, or if you never combed your locks can and will be fine. However, if you do comb your locks, it will kind of make the process a lot easier. As far as like the 5 points I was talking about, you can stimulate hair growth, it helps with styling, it helps with reties, it helps with maintenance, it helps remove like lint and stuff like that. So it benefits your hair, but it's not pretty much saying like, oh, if you don't comb your locks, like your locks are going to be horrible. No, you can go throughout your whole entire lock journey and not comb your locks. But if you're looking to make it like a little bit easier and just to benefit you doing like reties and doing styles and just keeping lint out of your hair, and you want to stimulate hair growth, you want to make sure that your locks are not matting and sticking together, just depending on your hair texture, just try it out. And also, I did forget to say, I just like the way it makes my hair look and lay. I just like the way it feels. I like the fact that my locks are so small and they're still small, and I can still like just comb my hair. Like literally Microlocs and Sisterlocks are like just having princess hair, and I just feel like Rapunzel sitting here like just combing my locks. But it really does make a difference in the way your hair feels. I love combing them. So the second question I feel like would be, how often do you have to comb your locks? It would depend on you. So the way I've been doing it is pretty much every day when I get up and I'm getting ready to like do my hair, I take off my bonnet, I may moisturize my hair. I can tell if my hair needs to be combed. I can see it. It's kind of like it starts to shrink, and pretty much if I just take my fingers and it stops and it doesn't go through like this, I'm like, okay, I need to comb my hair. You can comb your hair daily if you want to, but it's not necessary. I say just pretty much do it every few days or maybe once a week, or just figure out how you want to do it. But now I'm at the point where I'm combing my locks every day. Just when I wake up, I just comb them, like do a little finger test, and I'm just combing them through because it just makes everything a little bit easier. All right, the other question would be, does combing damage your locks? No. Combing your locks does not damage your locks, especially I was saying like it may damage traditional locks or small traditional locks, because the combs, they look wide, but they're not wide enough to comb thick traditional locks. Just imagine like I had like 120 traditional locks. This would not comb through a ponytail or like a cluster full of locks. It's just literally no point of combing traditional locks with these type of combs. You see, it's just depending on the size of your locks, it's not going to go through. A lot of traditional or small traditional locks are going to be a little thicker than this, so combing through it may hurt or even damage it, so don't do it. Micro and sister locks, yes. Do you see how it's going through? Like my locks just go through the combs, so it does not damage your hair. The only reason I feel like it would damage your hair is maybe if you have severely grown out, like new growth. Like if you just went an extreme amount of time and you haven't maintained your reties and you're super overdue for a retie to the point where your locks are literally hanging on the roots like by a thread, don't comb your locks because they're already fragile. But if you stretch your reties, that is okay. But I'm saying, like, if your locks are hanging on by a thread at the roots, don't comb your locks. But no, I haven't experienced any type of damage. Just make sure that if your hair is severely like tangled, go through first and finger detangle. Do a full thorough finger detangle throughout your hair, then go through with your comb, because you don't want to take your comb and just start ripping and pulling. That is how you can damage your hair, because first of all, it's going to hurt. So don't do that. Just make sure that your hair is finger detangled first, and then you want to go through with your comb. Make sure that you don't rip it. If it hurts, stop. Finger detangle your hair first, because using your fingers to detangle is a lot better than a comb, because when you finger detangle, you can feel all of the knots and the tangles with your finger, and you can like just pull them through. But when you're using a comb, you can't feel that, so you're just like ripping and pulling. But no, I have never ripped and pulled my hair. It's never hurt me personally, because I just always make sure that my hair is detangled. So I feel like the only reason or way that you can detangle, hurt yourself or damage your locks is just ripping and pulling, or if your hair is just literally weak at the roots and hanging on by a thread, or maybe if you just have like weak areas in your locks and you're just combing through them. So healthy locks, comb them. And the next question would be, which one is my favorite? So let me show you the different ones that I had. So this one right here came from a kit that I ordered on Amazon. It comes with this one, which is also a scalp massager. It came with this one, and it also came with this one. Strangely, this one has more pink pigmentation as the others, but it literally came in this same set. So when you order them, they can either come out like this or like this, but they're all still pink. But as far as that, I have these. Let me show you. So there's this one, there's this one, and then this one. And this one is a separate one that I ordered on Amazon. It has this cute little comb. And then this one, which is pretty much like a brush. But it acts the same. But see, these are like this. Even like these right here, they're more open. And this one, it's still pretty much the same. It's just, do you see it? So it's kind of like a brush, but it doesn't have bristles, so it could still be a comb. But this one I know for sure will be good for stimulating hair growth. But as far as which one is my favorite, I think this one is my favorite, just because, do you see how it's hand size? Look how it fits perfectly in my hand. And I use it the most also because it's the most pink one. I really kind of wish these were a little bit more pink. Like, I don't like super dark or hot pink, but this one is a pretty shade of pink. And I do use this one the most. It doesn't have the handle, but it is easy to hold and grip in your hand, and I'm using this one the most. And the last question that I feel like someone would ask is, what is the best comb that I would recommend for beginners? I would probably recommend all of these just to try them out, just to see which one you like. I have all of these listed in my Amazon storefront. I will leave the link in the description box because me personally, I have tried all of these and I don't see a big difference. I just like the way different ones are shaped and I can hold them, but these come in a set and then the two brown ones come in a set. I have seen that you can buy them individually, so you don't have to get like all of them together if you don't want to, but they pretty much work the same. Like a lock comb just works like a lock comb. You just have to figure out which one do you like or want. Like if you're not a pink person, don't get this, but literally this is Pink Paradise, so it's kind of weird if you don't like pink. So if you don't like pink, everybody in the comments, we're gonna have to just kind of like convert you into liking pink, because that's kind of illegal over here in Pink Paradise to not like pink. So if we have any foreigners, like pink is going to become your whole personality. So just beware on this channel. But here, the wooden ones, this one you can feel the wood here. And this one is a little bit smoother. So that is pretty much going to be it. I just like the way that my locks are. Look how they fall. Let me do this. You see how they fall and separate? My locks are all different sizes. If you don't know, I started off with 280 locks and I separated each and every lock in my entire head and got over like 500 locks. So this is the size that I ended up with. I do not know the size of my grid. I have like this Microloc sizing tool over here. So we could probably do that in another video and figure out like what size did I end up getting. I feel like I have these two, anywhere between this and this, like this size and this size, but I don't know. Well, I know the ones on the edges are, these are my two biggest locks. Let's see. Yep. So let me turn it so you can see the actual size. It's a 1/4. So if my locks, my two biggest ones are 1/4, that means the rest of them are 1/8 or somewhere literally in between the 1/8 and the 1/4, because my locks are little. Let's pick one. I don't know if you can see the root on that one. Let's see. Okay, let's go with this one. Does it fit? I can't tell or see. Hold on. If it doesn't fit, that means it's a size in between. But if it's going through, that means it's a 1/8. I have 1/8 and maybe up to 1/4. Oh, it fits. Oh, it is in there. Oh, look. Okay, so that one, see, that's a 1/8. Those are the size ranges of my locks. But I'll do a lock tour just to show like the different sizes of my locks and everything. And I know my part is not straight when I went horizontally across from my space buns. It's probably gonna annoy me, but this is the back. Like, I don't know if this is straight. Next time I'm gonna have to get a mirror and check, but I think like this was the row that I was supposed to make it straighter. I really can't tell, but this is the back. See, some are very small and some are bigger. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you pixies in my next one. Bye!